Okay, I'll begin with the instruction. Mark, you've been over begin by explaining the process, what happens every year. The state statute requires that the assessment appraise all properties at market value based on contemplated sales. And when they do that, they got notice. Looks like we got. If you disagree with that, you'll be able to no question with them. If you can't come to an agreement, then we sit as a Board of Equalization, which is a quasi-judicial setting. You can't take any information from outside of this year. We'll base our decision today on information you bring on the information that the assessor's office has. Will give you with that decision the opportunity of the instructions. You can file an appeal of our decision to the State Board of Tax Commission, which can be here, so you don't have to travel for you. Okay, that'll be a de novo trial. You're familiar with those terms. That means de novo hearing, which means you can bring in new information based on what you've got here. If you don't know your case, generally, in September, like inform, which is 28 days to file that appeal. Okay, so first we need to put everybody who's going to speak on the roll. So there's your right hand. Each of you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes. Okay. I think you, Commissioner Reed, Christensen, Walker, and you met the assessor. I met Alicia. I understand it. Dustin is the assessor. The other one is yeah. So why don't you go ahead and explain why you think they okay.
Thank you so much for me taking the time. Alicia, appreciate your professional, being professional to us, and for the timely responses from the assessor's office. They've been very professional for that. So appreciate that. What I provided a copy of, what we provided a copy for you is what we were assessed. We purchased the house in May 2022. Okay, it's a Rockwell home. The home was built in 2021. It's not a brand new home. We didn't buy it from Rockwell. All right, and the previous owner had been assessed. Then, if you see right there, $376,000. They paid more than that. I don't know what they paid, but they paid more than that.
What did you pay?
But we paid $515,000 in May 2020. Okay. Then, if you turn the page right there, that's a picture of the way our house looks. Actually, the yard not finished. The basement was not finished. We bought it skin and bones. Frankly, we paid too much. However, if you recall what we were doing, going through right then, is this is the time period where the interest rates were just jumped, but we had locked in mortgage rates that were lower, but we need to execute and buy a house in May, or we lost that interest rate. So that's the circumstance of that. Like I said, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, unfinished basement, but roughed in. It's a Rockwell home. That's their standard, right? 3-car garage, about a half an acre of land. If you turn to the next page, what we've done here, and this is with our realtor's help. So this is the printout from our realtor that sold us the home. And they pulled this off of their full comparable stats. And this is as of during 2022. I didn't mess with anything this year. Alicia taught us that. So but what we did is, if you come in and look at the very first one, look at the 4 sold comparables, the third item down. You go in there and look there, there's one at 5145 Ball Circle, about 800 feet away from us. It's in our Freedom Fields. Okay. And that house was listed at 480, it sold for 475,000. Yes, it's October 19th. Oh, okay, so there you go. That's my chicken scratch. Yeah, but it was sold in October 19th, and unfinished basement, 3-bedroom, 2 that, and the other pages that you have back in the what I provided to you. The other pages show that definition. So page 3 is that home. If you look at it, it almost looks identical to ours. Square footage wise, 2814. It's actually just slightly smaller, but it's on the same similar acreage and all that. And it's a corner lot. Maybe it's a little slightly bigger for you guys. Or yeah, it's 0.56 acres. So that's one that was established in October. And then the next one is Ventura Avenue. This is a Rockwell home. And all 4 of these homes are brand new. All 4 of these homes were built and finished in the year 2022. And the Ventura Avenue home here it's a Hinkley model. And if you look at it, it's almost looks identical to our home. The patio, the whole 9 yards, the interior of Rockwell homes, they use the same appliances, they use the same flooring, they use the same siding, roof, the whole 9 yards. These all have 3-car garage. Same thing with this one. However, this one is in Berkeley Park, and it's less than a mile. It's about a mile away from our home, but it is in Berkeley Park. So the acreage is smaller on this one, and it's sold for 435,000 September 20th. The third one right there you see is the Jenkins one. And please, if you have a question or something, stop me. Okay. The Jenkins Street, it shows Idaho Falls, but it actually is in our community. It's 800 feet away from our home. It's one cul-de-sac away from us. And it's almost identical, the same square footage, same thing, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, top, just a 3-car garage, similar acreage. If you look on the next page, page 5. Thank you. Yeah, if you look at page 5, yeah, it shows that the acreage is almost 0.51. It's almost identical. The same thing in the acreage also, and it's sold for $440,000. And then the last one is also in Freedom Fields. Its address is 5112 Demont Street. It sold September 15th. The square footage is a little bit larger than ours, but once again, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. If you look at page 6, it shows you that the bedrooms completed, 3 bedrooms, 2-bath. Larger square footage again on the acreage. And it is sold for $475,000. But when you come in and do that, you see the price per square foot that's also in those columns. You come in and take the average of that, that's $156,000, or sorry, yeah, $156 per square foot. Then if you take that and multiply that in, and I understand that the reason I feel, or we feel, this is apples to apples, because the upstairs is finished, downstairs is, and all of it. And all of them are on similar acreage, except for the wind turbine. That's a little bit smaller. I think it's almost half. So then my chicken scratch right there on that page, and you go down a little bit. You come in, if you go at $156.50 per square foot, and we get about $444,000 appraised value. Yeah, do you have any questions about the home comparisons we did?
No, they really, yeah, familiar with that area. It's all out there.
Yeah, it's really nice community, nice and quiet. They're working on a lot of roads out there, right? Oh, sorry. You're over the commissioner for it. Let me tell you, it needs it. So it needs to be
Some
done.
of the best people I knew, I know, are quite on it.
Yeah.
A good county.
Okay. Let's hear the methodology which I shown. Go ahead.
So we have, on the first page here, you'll see we did purchase the home in May of 2022. That's without basement finish. If you look at the bottom one, we have, so what we did was we have without basement finish cost. So we're looking at one purchase without basement finish, the price per square foot comes in at $298. And then what we did was we took out that basement finish. So without basement finish cost, it would come in at $449. And that price per square foot would be $252.
So the value at 513,781 is with the
Basement finish.
basement finish.
So all the comparables don't have basement finish.
Yeah, we're in the process of finishing it, but it's not complete. We haven't had it complete as of, and that's, yeah, it's still not complete because we still have sheet rock.
Yeah, we haven't passed our final. We have.
We're in the process of doing
Okay,
it.
that was taken off of a permit that was issued in July. So
So.
without basement finish, it would be $449.
449. People know it's left. Okay.
We're using typical.
Well. Yeah. That's kind of the most common staple stuff there. Should be fine.
So how do you account for that? The comps he showed us are coming in.
They added the basement.
We have basement finish picked up because of a permit. So that's why it came in at the 513. So if we remove that basement finish, it's coming in at 449.
But even at that number, it appears to be high.
For 449. That seems to be more in line with what these other ones
Or
were.
the square footage, because you're only using the
Yes.
square footage. Okay. Is that why the square footage is coming in so much lower?
Correct, because we were accounting for basement finish.
Okay.
So if we remove that, it drops the value to 449.
Is that your recommendation?
If it's not there, I mean, and it's
Right.
not done as of January,
Testified otherwise.
then I would say that would be our recommendation.
It's not there, it's all this deal.
Let me remove it real quick and make sure we're right on.
What we did is we failed final inspection and for Alicia, and one of the things about, about this is you never talk about the basement. You talk about the basement. But you, in our emails and our exchange, how you did that. Actually, I prepared in case you thought that aspect. of doing this. And homes sold in the area is still going for about $151 per square foot, even with the foundation.
5 bedroom, 6 bedroom.
Your comparables all had a finished basement, so is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. The ones we did to commissioners all had.
But we have other paperwork showing other homes in the community, but further away from our home. I think there's 11 and there's 18 homes that we have that are also in the square footage of 100. The average was 150.09 cents per square foot with finished basement. Gold in Idaho Falls, around the 83401.
But the comparables you listed were similar homes you selected.
Yes.
These were the closest, the most similar to what we have, but the other homes in comparable.
I'm sorry, we didn't bring it up.
No, that's fine. I guess I'm just not understanding what you're.
It's all right. Yeah, actually, you have enough for it. It's supposed to be.
It's that one on the thing, so it's 449,001 be the new value.
And if you use his methodology, price per square foot, what that amount to? His methodology or our methodology? Your is. I don't know the methodology. But you use up and down, right? You use total square footage.
That's correct.
You're only using about that.
Yeah.
So is it just 1040, about what they both ground square footage? 1438. 1439.
We can bulk them.
I'm just trying to determine what, because he's showing these square footage or these price per square foot. We've lived those under 52 or so. Jenkins was one of his comps, and we actually included that one as well on ours. In the fall, there's a 475, we have to sell 1,400 square feet at Alcott. So I'm guessing that's where it would be. Our methodology around 266. I haven't seen the comps. Yeah. He listed 2 sales at 475, and we do have a sell at 475. So as long as the square footage is not full, which I don't know, so I'm not looking at the comps, then
No, this is 2970 and 2814, the 2475.
Well, the way they do it.
All the way they do it, basically almost divided in half.
what was your E112? Not sure.
Yeah, that's it. The full square footage is 2970.
So that one's going to be.
Yeah,
So in this instance, the Alcott one sold for 475. I mean, it would be easy to do. It's why I wasn't coming out, so I wasn't deducting the price of the lot for land. So that's why, yeah, once you do that, then we'll close. I mean, when we remove that basement finish, we're coming in at 252, and the lowest sell we have is that 440, and that square footage per square foot is 249. Yeah. But the average is well over the 252. And it gets pretty close to what you were thinking on it. So I would make a motion that we approve the adjusted value of the assessor. 449,001. Not quite where you have.
But it's uniform.
It all does, yeah.
Okay. I've done this for quite a few years, and I don't know how many times we've adjusted it back. You actually pay, so, you know, that's the other side of it. So, that's crazy.
yeah.
It makes sense, your explanation of why, you know, why you paid where you did, that was just the time of year.
Get in the house or.
What do you do for every?
I work for a transportation company. We make components for buses and trains.
Are you part of the accounting part?
I'm not, but I'm a business development.
Okay, first you have kind of a,
Yeah,
really cool.
I have have two brothers who are CPAs and me and another brother are engineers.